Hi guys, today I want to talk to you about Reiki power retrieval. It's one of my shamanic courses. It's a full weekend, very intensive weekend. I'm really excited about this one. We use this weekend to get really deep into the shamanic art of journeying and also to explore the shamanic concept of power, how to find it, how to restore it to ourselves, and how to bring it back and reintegrate it using Reiki into the body of our clients. So if you've done any shamanic training with me before, the Reiki cord cutting or the Reiki block removal, for example, or the Reiki sound healing, we do a little bit of journeying. Even if you come to my Reiki shares, we do a bit of journeying normally. I just find it such a powerful tool. As Reiki people, we do a lot of meditations, and a lot of Reiki people find that just doing Azui Reiki, the meditations, the self-healing work, and of course working on the bodies of other people, really opens up that sort of latent skill that we all have to some degree. It really sort of wakens that up in people, so they start being able to see things in their meditations or get a sense of just knowing something unknowable when they're working on the body of someone else. This really builds on that, and shamanic journeying is an ancient practice that was found in some way, in every continent that's populated. Every culture has a version of this, and it's something that is available to each of us. Now, in a journey, it differs from the idea of meditation where we're sitting. Journeying is really about traveling, internally speaking. So in shamanism, contemporary shamanism, and indeed in ancient cultures all over, there's the idea of this manifest physical reality that we're in, ordinary reality, we call it in contemporary shamanism, and non-ordinary reality, which is a sort of energetic reality that lies beyond and behind this one. And journeying through the use of a repetitive percussive beat and an altering of our normal perception, and altering of our brain activity so that we can be open to visionary experience, which isn't necessarily visual, by the way. It's a gathering of knowledge and information that might be auditory, it might be felt, it's different for different people. But we journey into this energetic realm, this non-ordinary reality, to gather knowledge and information for ourselves or for our clients, or for a group. And we can also use this to retrieve things that have been lost. Now, in the other shamanic courses that I do, we focus a lot on letting go of things that aren't helpful to us. So energy that's trapped in the body, or connections that we're stuck in that aren't helpful. This is the other side of that equation. We can use shamanic techniques to hunt down things that have been lost, literally travel into non-ordinary reality and find lost power and bring that back into this reality, and using Reiki kind of integrate that into the body, okay? And the journeying aspect of it is so important, because we've got to kind of hone those skills so we know that we're interpreting correctly and that we are focusing in on what we're trying to achieve. So it's not a sitting meditation practice where we wait for something to be revealed to us. We're going after something. It's really interesting, so fascinating to do. So in the journeying aspect of it, the drumming is Reiki drumming, so you're being flooded with healing energy while you do the journey, and that helps you on your way. You are traveling on this drum beat to take you to the place that you've decided to go, being drawn by spirit. We'll be working with allies as well, shamanic spirit allies, spirit guides, spirit teachers, to journey to find what you need to know or what you need to bring back. bring that awareness or that power and energy back with you. And we'll be using Reiki techniques to make that really powerful. We'll be working with Reiki Undo, get some movement going in the body before we lie down or sit down and do the journey. And that's very traditional shamanism. But again, we're bringing Reiki into that, which makes it even more powerful and really connects us to source the entire time that we're doing this work. The power itself is interesting because power in healing can be almost not quite a dirty word, but we think of power, people who are in power, we think of power as being power over another person or power over something, or power over a situation. In shamanism, we're working with the concept of power with. So it's not about being the most powerful person in the room. We're also working with our communities and with our clients, seeing them in their power and elevating them to that, holding them in their power. It's collaborative in a lot of ways. And power can also mean energy. In contemporary shamanism, we talk about power as like the raw energy that you use in order to achieve anything, everything you do. Doing a treatment on someone, having the discipline to sit down and do your hatsure or your self-treatment every day. All of those things require power. Even little things require power. Having a tough conversation, getting out of bed in the morning, all these things require power. And in many ways, our society, the way that we live our lives these days, certainly here in the West, we're disconnected from things that keep those energy levels, our own power levels topped up. And it's almost sort of set up for power loss. We may even be giving power away. Certainly as healers, it can be a bit of a tendency to give power away in the desire to help other people. The Reiki Power Retrieval course solidifies our connection to the energy source, which in itself makes us more powerful. And it explores this idea of power as our energy that's ours by right, that we can use in order to do things, in order to make things different. And that's an extraordinary act of rebellion for us as spiritual people, to not be passive and receptive to the work, but actually to claim power in it and to pass that power on to other people. Power can also mean medicine, which is why power is often seen in contemporary shamanism. And a lot of this is really influenced by writers that have been and studied as anthropologists and then become shamanic practitioners, brought these things back to the West. People like Michael Harner, who wrote Way of the Shaman, this idea of journeying for your power animal. This is quite often how power is personified or represented in contemporary shamanism. So what you'll quite often be journeying for is an animal, a spirit, a medicine spirit, an ally for yourself or for the other person. And that animal represents not only energy to give to someone so that they're able to draw on that energy and use it, but also the medicine that they need, or perhaps the medicine that they are then going to be able to bring into the world. So the medicine of a wolf, for example, is very different from the medicine of an eagle. Also, it doesn't have to be one of those iconic animals that come back. You'll be surprised what I've journeyed for and brought back for people. Snails, squirrels, dragons. There's all kinds of things that can come back, but every representation of power that is given to us in shamanic reality, or that we're able to track down and bring back and give to a person, each of those things is equally powerful. One representation of power isn't better than another. So we really get to delve into that idea of shamanic symbolism, shamanic medicine, power animals, spirit allies, all those kinds of things. and we get to bring them back and place them inside the body of another person so that they can have it and pass on the information that they need. We'll be journeying for readings for people, so you can give them the information that they need in order to move on to the next level of their healing journey, resolve a situation or an illness. And of course, at the core of it, we'll be constantly working with Reiki, hands-on, flooding Reiki into their body to help them as they integrate this information, this energy, this power, this new understanding of themselves. So it's very, very powerful shamanic techniques, very, very shamanic, journeying, movement, sound, drumming, visionary work, bringing back information and working with these spirit beings that are representations of power. But at its heart, Power Retrieval is a Reiki course. It's suitable for everyone who is Reiki 2 and above, and it draws on that existing connection to the energy source and our ability to hold space for people and flood their body with that natural, compassionate, gentle, rebalancing energy that is Reiki. It's a really amazing weekend. I really hope to see some of you guys there at one of the future courses. And yeah, I'm excited to get into some proper shamanism with you guys. Always working with Reiki at its core. I hope to see you there.